Hey guys, it's me, Jenny, Vintage Soul Crafter. It's been such a long minute since I did any videos that most of you have probably forgotten me or don't know me. So here I am, pretty much a year after moving to North Carolina, and I have been busy creating some things as well as getting our house all set up. I don't have a tripod anymore, but I really wanted to record these before they go off with my mom and her gardening group and get sent as gifts. I wanted to record these for posterity. So here they are. I have some gardening journals that I've been working on for several months while we've been trying to, manage other things. And I actually started working at a public garden. And so anyway, it's been a very, very busy season, and I cannot promise that I will be on here regularly, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If you watch it and you're inspired, great. If you don't watch it, then you won't know I'm saying anything. And if you do watch it and you're not inspired, but you watch it anyway, thanks. I really appreciate it. So these are garden junk journals with a couple of them have covers that new journals could be put into after these ones are used and filled up and enjoyed. This one is made out of some old tapestry. I guess I will do these one by one in somewhat of an organized fashion and do my best here. It's not going to be easy because, like I said, I don't have a tripod anymore. All right, so this one has a cute little key and some other little doodads all day long. It's got the little corner protectors because this old tapestry kind of fabric tends to fray a bit on the edges, in my experience anyway. And then on the inside, I did some doily stuff here on both sides. I just like the way that looked. And then one of my all-time favorite cardstock packs. What's this called? I can't think of it right now. I'll have to go and look. But it's one of my all-time favorites. I think it's still available here and there. So one of the unique fun things about each of these journals is that they have a wildflower from North Carolina, my new home, that I have found and dried. So this one's little wildflowers right there, that's actually called lion's foot. I think perhaps it's in the salvia family. This is from some happy mail that someone sent me a couple of years ago. And then I used some bits and pieces from, like Flow magazine, Flow paper packs, various odds and ends that I had, some Edith Holden, because you cannot really do a junk journal justice without using some Edith Holden. And this is a greeting card that someone gave me. Little tuck spots here and there. Each of them has little bags. Since I've been working at a botanical garden as a ticket agent a couple days a week, I love to be able to get out. And I'm sorry about the shadow. I don't have great light in my new craft room, which is a real bummer. But in order to change craft rooms, I already kind of did the closet, and I don't know, I might still. But anyway, so I have been collecting seeds when I go out for walks in the garden so that I can, scatter them in my own. This is a card that I think my mom sent me that I loved, and I backed it with some coffee stain paper. A little bit of Franken paper going on there. The other side of the Edith Holden. Oh, this is actually another different page from Edith Holden's book. I hoard those, so the fact that I actually did bust into one of them and use it is a pretty big deal. This is one of those seed packets from from Target. From, I don't know. I don't think this one's from this year. No, this is from last year. So I have to put that back in there better. There's the other side of the card. These pages right here, actually, some of the journals have some of the same pages, similar, for from the same books. These are actually from a How to Draw Flowers book. And so this is another little bags envelope to be able to collect seeds. This is an old Sunset Western Gardening landscape design book. I'll probably have to do these in multiple videos, otherwise they will be too long because I forever talk too much. Some things never change. You can move away, but you can't move away from yourself. So just love that. Just love her work. My husband always comments on it too when he sees it. And then this, another one of those Target seed packets. And then this is one of those, this is an envelope that my dear best buddy Bonnie had given me and given something to me in. And so I made a little kind of pockety thingy out of it. And then it also has a little baggie tucked inside for some goodies. So that is that one. And then I'll show you one of the ones. This was actually the first one I made, and it's definitely got some mistakes. But overall, I really love this journal. I love this this cardstock. And so it says, every flower is a soul blossoming in nature. The holes punched crooked on the spine, which really annoyed me. And so I had to redo those. So then, I had holes where I didn't want holes. And it's a really kind of light, doesn't look like it shows up very well in the camera. It's kind of this light blue green, really pretty color. So this one also has somewhere in here, there's another little baggie for seed collection. I tried to use some things that I've had for like ever because my craft room here is much smaller and I'm not using my garage to store like my surplus from when I was selling. Had my Etsy shop and my Instagram shop. This is a perfect library card for this little journal. So the things that I took with me from California, there's another one of those How to Draw Flowers pages. Love that. Love that paper. Got a little bit of edgy stuff. I'm going to give this one away as a gift, so it doesn't really matter. We'll pull out doohickey mabobber here. And then I tried to do like a little bit of kind of crinkly, but I don't mind. That doesn't bother me. Edith Holden. These are from these Western Sierra Department of Agriculture educational books. I had these for sale and they never sold, so into a journal they go. There's a little book plate with an envelope for seed gathering. Okay, we'll get back to that. A little bit of book page from a children's flower book. These are pieces of stationery that I got from Amazon a few years ago that I just thought were really pretty. Kind of have a Japanese sort of vibe. Some postulette. And this is from just this last year from Target with their gardening stuff that they had. Another piece of that pretty stationery. Edith Holden. Oh, look at that. Isn't that just exquisite? So, was I saying something? It says play in the dirt. I don't remember. I don't remember if I was saying something or not. I'm still in mental pause. So there's that. Yep. Another little, it's a little playing card that I backed with some journaling. This is part of that little stationery from the Spot, Dollar Spot, or whatever they call it at Target. They even call it that anymore. It's looking a little sparse these days over there. The Target store, which is kind of sad. And then this is a little flip out doohickey. And just a little writing, little writing space right there, tucked on there. And then another nice card for jotting. I think it's light enough that you could easily write on that. And then this is something I pulled out from some other, I love all the texture, some other book thing that I had that I got clearanced. Some ledger, another that children's flower book, and then this is a, what do they call this? What do they call this? It's a North Carolina wildflower. I mean, it doesn't just bloom in North Carolina. You find it in other southern states and coastal states as well. Of course, parrot blossom, pigeon blossom, something like that. I can't remember. But it's one of those ones that's in the sensitive family, you know, sensitive plant family, you know, when you touch the leaves and they close up or they close up at night. So anyway, these are those. This is some of those clear overhead, what do they call those things? Oh my gosh, I'm doing really well, aren't I? You know, anyway, transparencies that I bought ages ago that I always knew would I would do something with. So I'm really glad to be able to, yeah, you can see where the extra hole is right there. Isn't that annoying when that happens? But whatever. I'll give it as a gift and the person will appreciate it. I'll share one more. I'll share another one that's going to be a gift, I think, that doesn't have the journal cover. And then I'll do another video and share the other ones. Hey, and then that way I'll have more than one video up again. Good planning. This is so pretty. I love it. I think it's from that same paper pack, and I cannot remember what it is. This one has an old, very old vintage postcard. Some beautiful embossing and font on there. And then this tucked away in here has its own little wildflower. Those some kind of wild aster that grows on my property. And that is very pretty. I love the way that dries. I have a couple of butterfly ones that I'm going to do as well, but I'm definitely going to make one for my mom. Hopefully for her birthday. No rain, no flowers. That's the truth. A little baggie for some seed collection. And then this has like a little journal insert from some flow pages. I don't know what that is. A little bit of glue. Another one of those pages from the Sierra Agriculture Handbook. Seed packet, ledger. This is some very old wrapping paper. You can journal on, make notes. Some of that Japanese stationery. This one's got kind of a garden flower vibe with the roses and some of the other lady slipper, crocus. That's that. Well, of course, I think somebody's at my door. So, guess what? I'm going to pause this. Okay, I'm back. We're having refrigerator issues. Good times. I bought this very expensive refrigerator, and I hate it. The last refrigerator I had, that was a really good one, that finally, after 13 years, I guess that's not that great, crapped out right before we moved. So I had to get a new one here. And as I said, garden flowers, pretty bearded iris. And so I did my homework, and this was supposed to be a really good one. It's a whirlpool. But I don't like it. It doesn't fit stuff in it as well as it should for the size that it is. And the freezer hardly fits anything. Our old LG, the reason we got it was sort of a happy accident. It was the only one that would fit into the space that we had in our kitchen at the time. And that was when they first started making the LGs. So anyway, I will probably sell this one. That'll work for somebody, but it's not working for me. This is a little sticker I picked up back in the day at the Sacramento antique fair, second Sunday, Sacramento Antique Fair, that I miss very much, but it's probably just as well that I don't go. I have several of these. Sweet. So the sales guy said, don't even get me started on LG. I don't know what that means. Other side of that wrapping paper. Oh my gosh, it doesn't sound good. It sounds like things are getting torn apart in there. Anyway, I like this little bit of decoration. And on the other side, bits and pieces. One of those old cigarette cards, a little baggie for seeds. And then envelope, garden notes, and the Target. Just made a little tuck spot out of that. And there we go. So that is that one. Yeah, and the little hidden wildflower was right there. So that's 3, and that's all I'll do for now. And then, or maybe I can do one more. I'll do 4, and then that will leave 3 more for me to do in another video. So that's just a little kind of tucky spot with a baggie attached and just a little fun little tag. This is a type of milkwort. It's actually really orange when it's fresh. That's from my yard. So I made a little pressed flower, a little flippy dippy thing. And that's yucca, which also is a wildflower here in North Carolina. I love yuccas. They're underestimated. It's got a little tuck spot for the seed envelope. Very underestimated, underused, I think. It's got a little pull-out envelope for seeds there, made out of some vintage wrapping paper. It's very pretty. And Edith Holden. Each one has an Edith Holden. Pretty lady slipper orchid. It's a little flip-up thing. Because it was peppermint and it felt very Christmassy, so I just made a little flippy-dippy. Hollyhocks. I love hollyhocks. I need to plant some hollyhocks. And then that's just a little fold-out thing with a little envelope, vellum envelope for some seeds. I like tucking these into these little spots to kind of hold them closed. I don't know. Whoever gets it can do whatever they want. Little children's gardening book page. Edith Holden, obviously. Oh, I love that. I love that subdued purple and the damselflies. So pretty. Sorry if you hear the banging in the background. He's banging around my refrigerator. A little journaling card, tuck spot, ticket thing that I got ages ago from Tuesday morning. And that's the other side of that one for journaling and seeds. He's in there making all kinds of sounds. So I better hurry through this so I can get in there. I don't know if you could hear him. That's the other side with another sweet envelope and some bits and pieces there. And then this has a little built-in kind of separate journal with some pages that's sewed in individually, and then I taped on some of the flow pages. And another little card with a little envelope for another little card for journaling and seed collecting and noting what the seeds are there. And then this is a little flip up for more journaling as well. And that is it. Okay, guys, I'll be back with the others in a bit.